you happen to already commit to someone because again the connection, you're very compatible. It's just that the sex isn't 10 out of 10, maybe 5 sometimes, maybe 7, but it never gets to the 10 out of 10 level. Don't worry, I actually found out that there's a way to bridge that. First thing is have an open and honest conversation with your partner. I think when you are in the stage where you commit to being together is the perfect place for you to really open up to each other. Talk about, ask question like, what do you look for in sex? Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Gladys on Love. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Gladys. I live here in the Philippines, and I have spent several years studying about relationship psychology and really diving deep into sexuality. In today's video, we will talk about sexual mismatch. Are you someone who've experienced meeting a person whom you just connect so much to make you happy, to make you laugh? It's so nice to be around them. However, when it comes to being intimate with that someone, it just doesn't match. Isn't it frustrating? But don't worry, in this video, we'll talk the reason behind that and what are actually ways that we can do to bridge that sexual mismatch. And yes, there is a way to do that. But first thing, it's important to understand why it's happening. So if this video is something that you're interested in, feel free to stick around and also hit that notification button and subscribe button so you will be notified and know my future videos because I definitely love talking about these kind of topics. All right, so going back to our topic for today, there's definitely a lot of factors or reason why there's that sexual mismatch. Now, if you are in a dating scene and you meet someone and you decided that there's enough chemistry there and you would go ahead and have that intimate moment and you'll realize that you're not turned on that much with this person or there's not enough spark during the moment. And one reason for that is maybe the two of you have a different idea of sex. For you, you are having so much desire and lust, and you want to just pump it out there. But then the partner that you're currently in that moment, the idea of sex for her may be passionate. And because she's not getting it, she's not feeling it. Or maybe you are someone as a guy, you wanted a passionate and loving uh, sex with someone, and then the woman is doing it out of obligation and responsibility. And with that, there's definitely so much of this that mismatch. And again, if you're dating, it's just so easy to like, okay, we don't click. I just don't want to see her again. So sad. Now, if you're in a relationship and you happen to already commit to someone, because again, the connection, you're very compatible. It's just that the sex isn't 10 out of 10, maybe 5 sometimes, maybe 7, but it never gets to the 10 out of 10 level. Don't worry, I actually found out that there's a way to bridge that. First thing is have an open and honest conversation with your partner. I think when you are in the stage where you commit to being together is the perfect place for you to really open up to each other. Talk about, ask question like, what do you look for in sex? What turns you on? And what is sex for you? and what's your sexual fantasies. I know a lot of couple are having a hard time having conversations like this, especially on the fantasy side. There's a lot of guilt and shame associated towards it. But you know what? Each of us have fantasy. Each of us has sexual desire that we have been thinking about even when we are young. So to be able to have a partnership where you can actually discuss about that and support each other around it is very healthy. I've watched this video of it's in Netflix called Love, Sex, and Goo, and there are like sex therapists who's actually helping couples. And there's this two couple where the guy is just so turned on by his wife and just want to be intimate with her. However, the wife doesn't get turned on right away. So we would say that, oh, there's a sexual mismatch. This other guy have a very high sex drive, whereas the woman have a low sex drive. But then when they come together and become more curious and have the willingness to address the issue and see if there is a way for them to bridge that or resolve that, there is definitely a way for it. And I really love this sex coach named Jaya. I have been following her and consuming her content. And she was the one who uses this phrase where sexuality is the final frontier for personal growth. And I so much resonate with it. There's so much learning that is wrapped around sexuality if you just go and lean in towards it. Now, they found out that they have different sexual blueprint or different sexual style that they want. The guy's sexual blueprint is just sexual. He is the type of guy who just have this the common way of having sex, which is like, I see you, I'm attracted to you, let me penetrate you, and I'm so turned on by that. However, the other girl is more on the responsive side of desire. She finds out when they try different type of things like uh, touching, blindfolding, then they realize that the woman gets so turned on by a light touch and by different type of kink. So the woman is on the kinky side of, the blueprint. So being able to know and understand that you might have different type of sexual desire would be so important in order for you to be able to match that. And I love the concept of different sexual blueprint that Jaya is actually talking. I think that would be so nice for all of you guys to also check out. I'll drop down some links for Jaya so that you can actually check those different type of sexual blueprint that she's talking about. So there's blueprint, and I feel like I think I discussed this in my previous video before, where there's what we call sensual blueprint. These are the people who like to be touched lightly. They're they want sensual, passionate. And there's the sexual side. These are the people who are very spontaneous and they have so much desire inside them and they just want to be able to penetrate and get the orgasm out of that. So that's the we call vanilla type of people. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I like those kind of things in a like scenario where I'm in a rush, but I just want to be able to release. So those were good as well. And the other one will be the energetic blueprint. Now, energetic means like you are almost not touching someone. Like it's like just a form of energy. And this is where you do the teasing part. It's just you're teasing someone to be more into you. And that's me. I'm definitely very energetic type of person. I like just hearing, smelling, and like just feeling the presence of the person already turns me on. And it makes me want it so much. And then the others blueprint would be kinky. So kinky blueprints, they are turned on and aroused by taboo things, the unusual things, maybe when you do it outside the bedroom, when you're doing a blindfold, when you're using different toys. There are people who are just, got turned on by those kind of things. And the last blueprint would be the shave shifter. That means all of the above can be turned on by the regular sexual play, turned on by the sensual, passionate, can be turned on by the energetic type, and can be turned on by the kinky stuff as well. So I think it's actually very important to get to know our sexual blueprint and to also know what is our partner's sexual blueprint. Because you might think there's a mismatch, but there's definitely a way for you to actually come together and be able to provide each other's sexual needs. But again, first, you must know and understand about it. So I hope that this video have been helpful for you guys. And again, I'll be dropping down the link of Jaya's website so you actually can dive deep and understand more about it. And if you have any question or comment about this topic, I definitely want to know. So feel free to drop it down in the comment section below. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a beautiful day.